That was pretty funny. Oh man, I had a really horrible end to 2008. I gotta tell you, horrible. And I'll tell you this is what I like about these kinds of shows. I could never tell this story like in a bar because I would have to like crack an A1 steak sauce bottle over somebody's head, they wouldn't listen, they wouldn't have the patience. But here's what happened to me. Okay, and I'm going to preface this by saying, in my entire life up to this point, I have had exactly one root canal. Okay, one. Not sure why that. Take care of my teeth. But here's what happened, right? In the 2 weeks leading up, the last 2 weeks of 2008, okay, I had two. But here's what happened. See, I'm the type of guy, like, I don't know if any of you are like this or you know people like this. I'm the type of guy, like, I will take any mundane, normal, comfortable situation, and with a few tweaks and my involvement, I will transform it into an excruciatingly uncomfortable, horrible, and terrifying situation. Like that's, my family calls them OTs, only Tims. Like things that only have any. Here's what went down, right? So my tooth is hurt. I go to my dentist. My dentist goes, you need a root canal. I can't do it. I'm going to send you to a specialist. I go to the specialist guy, right? So I'm sitting there. I'm in the chair. He jams the needle in, to do the Novocaine, the anesthetic, right? And then we start having a conversation about my iPhone. Okay? He's like, well, just let that take effect, And then he goes, oh, you have the iPhone. Oh, you like the iPhone. He's named Dr. Bijan Hashdagler. So he's like, you like the iPhone. What do you like about the iPhone? I was like, oh, it's got a few problems. I start talking to him. He said, I got everything. And then all of a sudden, like in the middle of what I'm saying, like, again, my brain is sending signals to my mouth. And I think, like, I'm pretty sure what I'm saying is coming out here. But I'm judging by his reaction that it's not. Because it started like, well, it doesn't have voice-activated dialing, and then eventually it kind of just started going into purple Jesus monster laundry, And I'm like, what are you talking about? I start passing out. Like, I am passing out. Have you ever passed out? Okay, I've been knocked out, which I think you could probably guess. Being knocked out is different than passing out. Like you're knocked out, it's like, hey, and then you're down, right? When you're passing out, your body is going like, no, like as you're fading away, the rest of your body's going, no, this isn't happening, And so here's what starts happening to me. I start passing out, but then my body starts rebelling, and then my heart rate starts going through the roof, right? This goes on for 20 minutes, roller coaster. Starting to pass out, heart rate, no. Then back up again. Oh, starting to pass out. Right? And so then Dr. Bijan, he's panicking now. He's like all panicky about it. He's like, I can't stabilize the heart rate, And so he goes, here, we'll try oxygen. He tilts me back, and then he pulls out like this oxygen mask thing. But it's this old-timey thing from like 1932, like the thing that the dude in Blue Velvet used, He's pulling it out, and it's got the squeeze thing on it even, and he's trying to do it, and he doesn't know what he's doing, so he's crushing my nose and my eye, and he's putting oxygen in my ear, and so none of that is helping, right? So he panics. They call the paramedics, and I can do nothing to stop it because I would start to pass out, and then my heart rate would go up, and then I would reach a point of equilibrium where I would go, seriously, that's not, that's the so when they bring the paramedics out, they don't just roll out a truck, man. They roll the whole division out. It's like, it's so embarrassing. Like, I'm in the chair, and I'm fading and everything, and I hear the and I can actually kind of, when I come to a little bit, I can see out the window, I see the trucks just pulling, Right, and then pretty soon I hear them coming in the, door. They're coming in. I'm surrounded by 6 guys that got the yellow suits on and everything, and they get a really good mask on me this time. And the oxygen's actually pretty good, so I'm starting to kind of stabilize a little bit, but they're having trouble, Hooked me up to a heart rate monitor, and I knew it was bad when I kind of rolled my head over. I wanted to see what my heart rate was, and the paramedic was like, no. He covers it up. And, you don't need to see that. That's not going to help anything. You gotta listen. So finally he makes the call. He's like, we can't stay. We're going to have to take him in. I'm like, so they roll a gurney in, put me up on the gurney, right? I've got the oxygen mask. They're covering me with blankets. I'm on the gurney. I'm like, And then they got to roll me out through the waiting room. It's packed. The waiting room is packed, right? And there's like a 7-year-old kid. I'm sure it was his first trip to the dentist, right? And he's sitting there next to his mom, and they're watching this guy rolling me out. 6 guys rolling me out. Just looking at his mom. You godless whore! You said it was going to be fun, and you had a sucker. Look at this, And I, being the comedian I was, right at that moment when I grabbed the mask and it was like, don't let them take you! All right, I got the line about an hour ago there. So anyway, yeah, Sean, I'll finish the story. I was in the emergency room an hour and a half. The idiot doctor put the anesthetic, which had epinephrine in it. Look at me. This is me not on epinephrine. You shoot epinephrine directly into a blood vessel in me? Think about what you're going to get, right? And so I end up in the emergency room an hour and a half. They're trying to save me. They've run a bunch of heart tests on me. And the bitch of the whole thing, I still had to go back and get the root canal. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. My name's Tim Shaw.